personal friend, man. Clothes designer, street approved clothing. Quarantine in the building, man.
Quarantine. Yeah, that's what it is, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming for sure once again, man.
Always. Thanks for that.
Not a problem. What colors your joints come in?
Say it again.
Your colors, your joints come in different colors?
Whatever you request.
Oh, so you okay. All right, so you should do like a custom order type thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, shut the... Yo, hold up. Wait a minute. See, I did not catch that from jump. I thought that just his.
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
Business owners need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT. Or visit Fanify.com.
He's dead.
Oh, 6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Okay. Probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like you're dating, you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of people. You know he gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh,
man. Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately, and it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial, to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh yeah, no, that's me. You can just sit there. All right, we rocking? All right, let's settle in. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Black Body Man Radio Show. I'm your boy, Brother Mike. We are back for another exciting episode. So let's get into it first. I'd like to welcome my guest. Stop. Closer to the microphone. Yeah, let's get you set up. Let's get you set up. Yeah. All right. All right. Black Body Man Radio Show. Take 2. All right. Hey, welcome to the Black Body Man Radio Show, everybody. It's your boy, Brother Mike, and I am here with some of my team members. So first, let me welcome my co-host, the lovely Miss Janice.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing, Miss Janice?
I'm doing very well.
You doing well?
Yes.
You look nice today.
Thank you.
I like your nails. I'm a sucker for French manicures. I like it. Looks very nice.
Thank you.
And of course, beside the lovely Miss Janice is my man, Derrick Woodson. Derrick, what's up, brother?
Man, I'm cooling.
You cooling?
Good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. You know, it's good to see some of the other team members. You know,
yes, sir.
That's what's up. And we got Jason Gomes coming as well. So Jason's running a little bit behind. You know, dealing with some parking here in the city, but he'll be here in a couple minutes. So we'll bring Jason in, and we'll go ahead and get the party started. So how was everybody's weekend?
My weekend was very well.
Went well?
Very well. I didn't get out to see the movie yet, but
okay.
Good weekend.
Good weekend?
Yes.
How about you, Mr. Woodson?
I was cool. I'm gonna give you a little joint from Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I was cool. I went out and seen the movie, man. It was very, very good. It showed.
I heard everybody likes it.
It showed some positive and it showed a negative to the side of black people, how the separation part came to.
Okay.
But it was understood. It was understood. It was a very good movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but I did see the handshake that you were talking about. Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah. You know, I like that.
They hit with this. They was like this. Then they.
Matter of fact, where my flag at? Yeah, let me grab my flag. I almost forgot.
Oh, one more thing.
Let's get the green, black, and red in.
And I represented a Black Body Man T-shirt last night in the movie theater.
Oh, that's what's up, brother.
Whoever seen me.
Yeah. Let the people see.
I represented very well.
Let the people see.
I represented very well last night.
I'm going to send out a few invites here. See if we can get us an audience.
So what about the movie, Yogi? Did it live up to the hype?
I mean, it basically, it without being a spoiler, because y'all haven't seen it,
right?
Okay.
It lived up to it, but it was one major point in the movie. I'm not going to paraphrase it, where one individual person
talking to the microphone, brother. There you go.
One individual person, he was like, he told them he was basically part of Wakanda, and he went out to his father was basically like pushed out, but he's part of the people, and he said, but my people are outside of here. I'm fighting for a different cause. He said, I'd like to bury you here. He said, I'll let you live. He said, nah, I'm cool. Throw me in the ocean where all my people are lost.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you see that part? I'm paraphrasing. I'm not saying word for word.
Right.
But he said, throw me in the ocean where most of my people are lost. This is my cause I'm fighting for.
Right.
So it's like separatism in there. Well, it's Wakanda. He was like, my people are outside of here. We need help. We're tired of being basically alienated, treated like trash, murdered, robbed, raped, and stolen from. He said, throw me in a river, man, where my people are thrown at with an overpass.
I like that.
Yo, wow. It was deep, man. I'm telling you, it was deep. When you actually hear what he said verbatim, then you'll get it.
Right.
You'll get it.
Right. Okay.
I was took back by it. I was in awe of that. That's gonna be one of the things that's talked about for a long time.
The Black Panther.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's breaking all types of records.
25.2 million just last night.
Nice. Nice.
Good weekend.
I know they set up a lot of GoFundMe campaigns too for a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And
who like the cast from the movie, or who set it up?
No, like different states was setting it up for like the communities that's less fortunate. So
wasn't able to pay to go to the movie theater. Okay, yeah, that's nice.
So they can get as many.
That's what we got to do.
We got
to do for us. I haven't seen the movie yet. I do plan to see it, but I think it's great for kids to see it. You know what I mean? Like there comes a time where we got to stop letting black kids see their superheroes as being, people from other races. There are black superheroes. Matter of fact, a lot of the superheroes started off as black and then got turned white.
Yeah, Green Lantern.
Green Lantern's originally black, right?
What happened was I see the post maybe about 2 weeks ago, where they showed a Black Panther in his hands, like holding like something as his mask. But some racist individual they took the mask out and put
the watermelon. Yeah,
and I posted that. I was upset because at the end of the day is we don't see Captain America in that light. We don't see the Hulk in that light.
Right.
We don't see Deadpool, who's very obnoxious and cursing, all types of stuff.
Right.
He still gets a better light than this black man who said, okay, I can take my money and keep my people as a people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And keep us in a place where, I don't want to tell a movie.
Right, okay.
But at the end of the day, it's basically telling where we can build, but we want to stay with us.
Right. That's how it's supposed to be.
And then, but there's also us wanting to build outside of that. You can't help a person who want to be helped.
Right.
No matter how many times you give them help and you put the food in front of them, tell them to eat it, will not eat it.
Right.
But go outside and eat from someone else, even though it's poisonous, it's sickening, but you'll take this other stuff into your system.
Right.
Whether it's knowledge, food, drink, or whatever, and it's going to cause you hardship.
Right.
And they're telling you, okay, this is from pure light and understanding. Oh, I want that. It's bitter.
Right.
It doesn't have a taste.
Allergic to knowledge, right?
It doesn't have a taste at all. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it was a good movie, man. It was
I did see the post on Facebook where they photoshopped the watermelon.
Man, I was upset.
Yeah, I didn't get upset because, I like the fact that it's irritating these racist white people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you got to take a blow like that, that means you're seriously irritated by seeing something so positive.
Right.
So for me, these type of moments on social media has helped to give exposure to the true racism that's within this society. Because you got white people who are in denial of racist white people, and you got black people who are in denial of racist white people. So when stuff like this comes up, and then these particular races, because it's not all white people, right? They start showing their true colors.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it because it's a wake-up call for those who chose not to believe.
True
You get what I'm saying? It's a wake-up call. So when you see stuff like that, and then you see all the likes that it got, and all the comments, and black people and white people arguing in the comments about the picture, see, it shows you the true status of this society, And anytime you can find the truth, I'm with that. I got much more respect for somebody who's in the Ku Klux Klan who will tell me straight up, I don't like you and your people, than I do for the person at work. Right, that's pretending, So, when they show their true colors, I don't even get mad at it. I kind of laugh because it goes back to what Jane Elliott said, which is these type of racist white people are hypersensitive. They cannot even handle half of 1% of what they dish to black people. So when you see a movie like Black Panther come out, and then the white people who get irritated by it, see, they are those people. You get what I'm saying? Because there's nothing. It could have been a Black Panther, as in the Oakland-based, Black Panthers of America. But it still shouldn't have caused anyone to want to start doing racist rants, putting pictures of Black Panther eating watermelon. But it does, because it's a wake-up call for black people to realize, see you in a society that does not like you being proud of anything at all.
Oh,
nothing.
One more thing, the movie is based on, and I'm glad you said about Oakland. That's where they come back to fix the neighborhood.
My man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell you.
You tied that right in.
It kind of blew me because it's like where they sent. I can't tell. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But that was a good point because it came back to Oakland.
Right.
And they came
where the original Black Panthers started. Nice. Yeah, well, it fits in with today's show. So on today's show, the topic is going to be Black excellence. So we're going to be talking about Black excellence, what we think it is, what the Urban Dictionary says it is, you know what I mean, and how we came to these conclusions of exactly what Black excellence is. Black Panther, I think, is black excellence.
Absolutely.
And here's the proof: the way it bothered people from other races. So you got to remember, they don't like us being proud to be who we are. We've been taught not to be proud. So when black people act proud of something, it bothers racist people. You know, it's like, how dare you? You know, like, we told you not to be proud. So you had all this hoopla, and I've seen black people speaking on this about the way black people will come into the movie theater. You know, I've seen people dressed in, you know, the coming to America, and dashikis and all that, right? So I seen a post where one brother put up, he basically said, you know, this is ridiculous. This is why white people look at us as being stupid. You know what I mean? Like, just go see the movie. Why you showing up with all that stuff on? And so I want to rebuttal that for that brother, and hopefully he sees this. Your assumptions is wrong. So you got to understand, we as a people are a little flashy. That's our style. That's how we get down. It is other races who decided that that's unacceptable.
Right.
So whenever I see my people being proud of the flashiness that we like to do, it makes me smile, you know, because don't let them corner us in. Now, the thing that makes his statement so ignorant is, where was you at with Star Wars? When all those people show up looking like Princess Leia and Chewbacca and Darth Vader, and nobody says nothing. Nothing. But when black people do it for Black Panther, here comes the black people and the white people talking about, you know, this is overboard, you know, and you shouldn't be dressed like that. Well, tell the X-Men that. Tell Comic-Con that. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just complete ignorance. So I just wanted to address that, brother. You wrong on that. We do what we do. Either get with it or get lost.
That must have been awesome. Can you imagine the feeling that was going through those theaters?
Yes.
People showing up dressed up like that.
Feeling good.
Well, I shined with the Black by the Man shirt last night, and I mean, listen, when I walked through that movie theater, you hear me? I had my chest out.
Right.
I have, you know, I had my arms out.
Had your guns out.
Listen, when I was in front of that movie theater, I said, this is, and I walked by people, I let them know that at the end of the day is, no matter what you dress, either dashiki, whether coming to America, the most important thing for us as a people was to be proud of that.
That's
moment.
right. That's
and
right.
walking in with your head held high.
That's right.
Instead of looking down. For so many other movies, we look down, walk through.
Exactly.
Walk with your head held high. Yes,
that's right. What I did. And you're dealing with people who are trying to convince you not to be proud of that. They don't want you being proud. See, that's one of the hidden rules that deals with American society. Black people are not supposed to be proud of anything. Anything we do, any accomplishments we do, we're supposed to be humble and soft-spoken. But the reality is that's really not us. You know, so when I seen it, it made me smile. I seen the one with one of the original founders of the Black Panthers from out of Oakland, and he went to the theater. Oh, they put on a whole show. They came in there playing drums, and he came, they formed a line, and he walked down between them. And I know that pissed a bunch of people off, but oh well. You ain't mad when Darth Vader walks in and they make lines with stormtroopers, you know, and they come walking through. So, you know, like with, we're going to do us.
A Birth of a Nation, you know, they made a comment about that. They was like, well, when The Birth of a Nation came out, what did you do to support that movie? I didn't want to come in tattered clothes, whips on my back.
Right.
You know what I mean? I came in there, I went and seen it, and showed them that I understood what Nat Turner, what he was about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this was something more because you had an opportunity to see black people at their greatest.
Sure.
And what it was that in Black Panther, again, I'm going to try to keep it at a minimum so I don't tell y'all.
Right.
It showed the intelligence of us. That's what killed them.
Yeah.
It showed that we were more inclined mentally than them. So now, therefore, that was the problem. We're usually showing in a way where we're deaf, dumb, and lame. You know what I'm saying? Where we don't have the mindset to beat something. And this move, it showed that we were past them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that
which is more of the truth.
That's the problem with it.
Which
it showed that we were past them,
right?
And that the technology I'm trying to tell you this, brother. We were like, they're like 100 years past civilization.
Sure.
Technology, guns, all types of stuff.
And it's truth in that because Europeans became civilized through African nations. We don't want to taught them to be civilized, you know. So yeah, so the Black Panther cast here at the Black by the Man radio show. We so proud of y'all. We so proud of black people coming out to see this movie and not being afraid to dress the way they want to dress, knowing that there's going to be other groups and other races trying to make it look like it was something negative. we know it was all positive. So big up to the Black Panther crew, and I can't wait to sit down and check it out, man, and see it all the way through. That's what's up. So look, today's topic is going to be on Black excellence. That's why we thought it was great to start it off talking about the Black Panther movie. So stay with us. We're going to take our first commercial break. Black by the Man Radio Show. It's your boy, Brother Mike. Black excellence. Stay tuned.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
Not what's going to happen.
That's exactly.
Do y'all think that we're about to go to war with North Korea?
We're going to get tracked down, huh?
Do you think North Korea is going to bomb us? Is it going to be like a nuclear?
Probably.
No. Probably.
We lost all our allies.
Yep.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Now, is that because of Trump or is that something Obama
Because
did?
of Trump.
He purposely lost them. He said it too. He doesn't want to.
All the people that don't like us now, there are nice pictures of Obama meeting with them.
She said, also look at his past campaign. Most of his endorsements were from the Klan. Y'all about to assassinate me. My phone, my hair keeps getting tangled up in this thing. But I have read this plenty of different times that the Klan, oh my God, y'all about to yell at me so bad. But just tell me if I'm wrong or right. Did they or did they not endorse Obama also?
No, they did not.
Was that a rumor that I heard?
Yes, it
I
was.
swear in my life I have heard that the Klan has endorsed Obama. I'm dead serious, yo. Like,
You gotta be careful leaving
Can somebody
out of here.
Google that for me? I'm dead serious. Like, I read
No.
somewhere. I think it was like when he ran back in
You want to meet his parents? These are his parents.
Says who?
Crystal Renee Radio Show.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
What does hustle hard mean to you? What does that signify in your life?
That's a lifestyle for me. You know what I mean? Like, true story. I was born into a family and a community of hustlers. Now let's get focused right quick, because when people hear the word hustler, they confuse it with con artist or something negative. So they like to call people entrepreneurs, right? But the definition, and I'm paraphrasing, but the definition of hustle is forced movement or to be hurried, right? But we're not talking about just pushing other people. Sometimes you got to push yourself, and that what makes you a hustler. True story. So the thing about it is, like, when it comes to hustling, listen, quick story. I used to go buy juleps a lot, right? And my grandmother used to make me clean the yard, shovel snow, do things like that to go get a julep. But one day she was like, look, you putting all your money in someone else's pocket.
Word.
Save those quarters, and I can teach you how to make a formula, and you can sell your own juleps. You understand? So the next couple weeks, I saved my money.
Always a hustler.
Listen,
got to love
but think
everybody
about
got
this.
a grandma story like that.
Grandmothers are the natural hustlers because they were the ones who maintained and sustained our families through epidemics. You're talking Big Mama went through slavery and held it. You're talking Big Mama went through the Depression and held it. Big Mama went through crack and held it and still maintains it today. So if you don't think you come from a hustler, then you don't know where you come from. You understand?
That's so real.
I began to sell juleps, and ever since then, I capture a hustle. And a hustle is not a swindle. It's not a sneaky thing. It's up front. You're providing a need. You understand? So you're the bridge. If you're a true hustler, you're trying to be the bridge. If somebody's on one side and they need to get the other, you're trying to be the bridge, fill in the gap. So hustling is a lifestyle. It's not something you can do 10 minutes out the day. It has to be something you live.
Word.
Hey, what's up? This is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. Exactly. Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause, I want money, let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like,
The Artist Exchange Radio
Well,
Show.
Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, there we go.
We straight?
Yeah.
Good?
Straight as can be.
No?
I think she's leave it alone, brother. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I think we good. All right. We on, right? Okay, cool. All right, welcome back, everybody. Black by the Man Radio Show. I'm your boy, Brother Mike. Today's topic, we'll talk about black excellence. So we started off talking about the Black Panther film and how we think that is black excellence. But let me pause for the calls and welcome my man, Jason Gomes.
How you doing, y'all?
What's going on, Jason?
Chilling. I'm back.
Chilling. Was out there dealing with parking.
Well, and I woke up late because I told you I had the little tonsil thing.
Right,
so my voice was jacked up for like 2 or 3 days.
I can dig it. So we'll get back to Black Panther because it'll be a part of the black excellence discussion. But let's talk about some current events. What we got going on in current events? Anything hot?
No, just the same old Trump BS.
Okay, I'll kick it off. Yeah. School shootings.
Right. Look out.
Once again, some Anglo-Saxon is on a war page, rampage of killing people. This seems to be becoming the norm here in America. What do we think about these school shootings? Real? False flag? What we got going on?
I think it is, and I've paid attention over the years, what it is that they're allowing these shootings to snatch the guns off.
Right.
What they're doing is once you take the guns out of our hands, people that are legally allowed to carry guns, you can apply martial law. And every time you turn into a school shooting, and mind you, if I post, this not too long ago, for Facebook, I posted a comment, it was a lewd comment, and they put me in a little Facebook jail.
Facebook jail.
But this guy posted a picture of a gun, a man saying he's going to kill individuals, and nothing happened.
Ain't that amazing?
So I'm trying to figure out how he got past the Facebook police and said he's going to harm someone with a 9mm or an AR-15 and has a mask on with red, white, and blue on his face, and he got past that.
Yeah, so it's that. God bless America.
Right. So then my thing is this: that what I don't understand is they are basically allowing these shootings.
Sure.
They're allowing them to
sure.
cause chaos.
Yes.
And once they show that these shootings are coming to existence now, eventually, 5, maybe 10 to 20 years, they're going to snatch the gun law from us.
Sure.
And we're not allowed to bear arms.
I think that's the bottom line behind
exactly,
it.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. Setting it in stone.
And I don't even know all the details on this particular shooting, but I know it was a white guy shooting white kids, and that seems to be the norm. It's amazing. You understand what I mean? That, this never gets portrayed as terrorism.
And not at all.
And once again, they knew about it. ahead of time because
Beforehand.
a neighbor just reported him like a month before the shooting.
And the fire drills, right? They always have fire drills on the days that these shootings take place.
Wow.
Now, that was one of the students that was on there, and during the interview, she said it was 3 shooters. Oh, they cut that interview quick. Cut! No, don't say that. Yeah, so, it's you know, bruh. We on there, so I ain't gonna say too much, but just trust and believe. In this particular society, nothing is coincidental. It's all done by design. It's all done by plan. So death is a part of that plan.
Yeah, definitely. Got it.
Death is a part of that plan. So we got more school shootings. Anything else in current events that's worth mentioning?
When you said the Trump BS, you know, they said they're impeaching him and all these things that he's doing as far as like, I mean, you have to understand who he is. Now, we was talking earlier about a person who they're not a closet racist or they're not a closet this. He basically said that this is who I am and I'm a businessman.
Right. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna make this change over across these waters.
He knew America would embrace him.
So now, he's been impeached for the last 6 months. He's still here.
Oh yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
So
this is all game,
right?
Well, they can't really. The other white men can't do anything to him because then they take their power. So what can they do?
He's on the team.
Yeah, but they can't. The moment that you allow society to say we're gonna go after white men who are bigoted,
right?
Game over.
Game over, right?
You can't do
that
it. They
can't.
can't do it because their white privilege is completely deleted.
But in society now, it's the only thing about society now that kills them at the most that you're at a time where cameras wasn't visible. You could really see the buffoonery.
Yeah,
it was something different because you can hide his trash behind a closed door.
Right.
But now what it's doing is it's blowing up in their face, and they have to make a person held accountable. This one. Listen to me. He's a puppet.
Oh,
he has no real authority over nothing. They will sacrifice him in a New York minute to keep their power.
Yeah, they're trying. To me, I agree with you, but they're trying to keep it calm because, again, once they fully attack him and take gloves off with him, that means other white men are now vulnerable. As you can see with the Me Too movement and all that other stuff, they're trying to say, "Oh, calm down,"
right?
Because once you allow them to be fooled, everything's a go.
True.
At the end of the day, so that's what to me. That's what they. It's like they're. It's not really necessarily that, like, people believe that they're higher because you just think they're higher. But once that seed has now been ripped out of the ground, it's not planted anymore. It makes everything a little bit more. Oh, then this black judge over here be like, I'm going after that white senator.
Right.
And then they don't want they don't want that because normally, if we want to keep it, a black judge wouldn't go after a politician. It wouldn't happen. But like, since you have more minorities that are educated and they're moving into these spaces, the playing field can get even from like a state and local level. They don't want that. And to me, it's just a bigger picture of them. Their position is now in people's minds shrinking, and I think they have a real problem with that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a problem with that. I'm gonna read a comment here, since we got 30 seconds before our next break. Because the topic's on black excellence. So Miss Natasha Dream Chaser Jackson, I want to read your comment here. So Natasha says, the sad thing is that we even need to say black excellence. It is as if the default for black people is below average, when in reality we have always needed to be above average to even have a seat at the table. The real work is in changing the mindset of our people so that we see ourselves as excellent first and the good work we do. I agree, Tasha. I agree wholeheartedly. And we're going to get into your comment after this commercial break. Stay tuned. Black Body Man Radio Show.
So, since we're talking about the book, can you give people a synopsis of what the book is and what's the name of the book again, and then what it's about?
The name of the book is From Trial to Afflictions, more than one, because there were more than one afflictions.
Yes.
The book is talking about, actually, it's my life story. And I have to add in there that when that prophet told me, he said, tell your story, write the story. He said, and God said, tell your addiction. Now, see, I'm not going to tell the addiction because you have to get the book to read it. But it was about deliverance. It was about all the, trials and tribulations we go through. People that come into our life, even people that come to try and break you down or draw you down so that you can't stand for God or worship him through your situation, because that's the adversary using them. We have to know that. But through it all, I was still praying and fasting. I needed help from God. I really did. I needed help from God to see me through. And for anyone that's going through, I say that this book is about different afflictions.
Yes.
Going through them, how you get through them. And I had a sister pushing me too, praying for me. I thank God for that again.
Yes.
But it also talks about deliverance. There is deliverance in the process.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to see yourself first, to know that you need deliverance.
I gotta find it. Know that bitch talking about somebody. Oh my gosh, what channel? What station? Oh my gosh. I'ma miss it.
I mean, that bitch always talking about somebody. I don't know what's going on.
I know. Remember what he said about me?
He always talking about somebody.
As soon as somebody ready to step to him, he get quiet. Lies. Now it's my turn to talk. Talk Lately starts now. I still found a way to be late. Wasn't trying, but it ended up happening anyway. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Talk Lately. I couldn't tell you what time. Oh, 7:06. So we late. 6 minutes. It's not Nicole's fault this time.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Well, anyway, I was watching Big Brother and Arnold Roach was on there. And she made that comment. Like, y'all think Trump is bad. Pence is way worse. You better hope they don't impeach Trump.
Yeah, because
I did like this.
Because he actually knows the
interesting.
workings. Trump doesn't know the workings of,
Right.
of the White House, where
Trump
the bathroom
is
is.
a
Yeah.
All right, so welcome back, everybody. You know, we was over here chopping it up a little bit. So I want to get back to Miss Jackson's comment, and I agree with her comment. You know, as far as that we even need to say black excellence, because black excellence is actually proof of racism existing. The fact that we have to have a black excellence. Okay, so she's absolutely correct on that. It gives proof to racism. You know, like I tell people all the time, racism's in your face every day, you don't know it. See, the fact that you attend a black church is proof of racism because it's Christianity. It should just be called church. It shouldn't be a black church. But they're not white churches. White churches are called Christian churches. Black churches are called black church. See, it's proof of racism. That's the separation that they keep. So it's the same with black excellence. If there was no racism, it would just be excellence. But because there is racism, it's black excellence. You get what I'm saying? So she's got another comment here, though. She says, what about the change in the food stamps from monetary subsidies to boxed food packages? Time to start black farming initiative.
Let me say something about that. So you have
on it, brother.
The Caucasians in America are 66 or 70% of the population. We're 13% of the population. They don't give us some people get the system. We're not, even if like we're 13%, even if 50% of us are on the system, if 30% of them are on the system at 66%, it's still more of them.
Right.
So what he's doing is poor white America, the middle America, he's taking away their food. The inner city people will always find a way to hustle.
Right.
So the rural whites is whose food he's taking, literally. So I hope he looked at the statistics and hopes
Right. So
if he's trying to affect blacks, you can't affect people who are already on society standards, the bottom of the barrel, and have to hustle for everything they get. You'll never be able to stop them because they're going to figure out something else.
Yeah,
they'll just be driving, lift an Uber to eat everything. It's not going to change anything for black people. So he's not really affecting you.
I first brought
girls would just start doing more hair. They'll just line up more.
Right,
it's not really
right.
It doesn't
affect us.
It doesn't affect us.
When the country is in a recession
because we have no wealth.
It doesn't affect black people.
Yeah,
they try to convince us,
but it doesn't. It doesn't mean nothing.
Our whole existence here has been a recession,
and it's survival. Yeah, it's survival. So it doesn't change. So when they say that, it's funny when they're really affecting poor whites. And what's going to happen is you think you want to stop food stamps when you have people pulling up with a pickup truck and some shotguns robbing the grocery store, then they're gonna go ahead and bring it back.
I think, like I said earlier about the martial law, that's what you're gonna create havoc.
Yep.
Giving
Absolutely.
us a box. I remember if y'all like I know we used to get the powdered milk.
Oh yeah.
The canned peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
The big block of cheese.
That cheese
government
don't
cheese.
melt.
You had to take. Listen, we got good with ours. What you do is you took you took the knife, put it over top of the hot fire, and what you did that, it cut straight through that cheese.
Cut
Shout out
straight
to my
through it.
brother. Steve, I appreciate you. I'm telling
That's
you.
the secret with the
Right,
government
I'm
cheese.
trying to tell you.
You need a hot knife.
Right, heat that knife up, it goes straight through that cheese. We had grilled cheese every chance we got. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking, since she brought that up, I don't know the exacts of what they're doing, but I saw the pictures on Facebook where they were showing like canned pork and canned chicken. So is this what they like switching over to? Like,
I think they're trying.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen because what's gonna kill us is that you're saying if a woman has 4 or 5 children, you're gonna give her 4 or 5 boxes of food. You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna say now? The grocery store is gonna fall in error because that's where most of their money comes from.
Yep.
Okay.
So now you basically what you're doing. You think you're killing. You think you're hurting us. You're hurting major businesses like we. Oh, excuse me, I won't say names or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're hurting major supermarkets by taking their money from them. Because out of 10 people that goes into a supermarket, at least 6 have independence cards.
Well,
at least.
Because you know what? I'm waiting for him to do that because what I'm going to do with my little coin is go open up a small grocery store in the inner city, and then small neighborhood stores will be back popping, and the small business owner will be making money. So
That'd be good.
So the reality is, it's what is he really doing? Mom and pop shops will be back.
He's causing. See, what people fail to realize, you got to look beyond what he's saying.
Yeah.
And look what the goal is, to cause havoc.
Could there be, with these changes, right, that are going to come into effect, I guess, with welfare, Section 8, so forth and so on, could any of this be a positive for black people?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You want to elaborate? Or?
Basically, if it's like this, for a young woman who has 3 children, and no disrespect to any father out there, and he's not there because of a choice he made, conscious decision, it's going to push her to look at this box and say, look, this is not enough for my children. I'm going to have to push myself further up to take care of my children and do something greater instead of sitting home waiting on the next handout.
Okay, and that's kind of what I was getting at. I just want to get everybody's take. I know that welfare is needed, but I also know it's heavily abused.
Absolutely.
Right? So has it helped or has it hurt? Has it helped as far as the people who actually need it, or has it actually hurt other people with trying to thrive in this society versus being able to say, I don't need to thrive. I can just get pregnant and get me an apartment and independence card.
You know what it does too? And here we go back with this again. I'm about to run my mouth.
Hey, let's get it, brother. BBD
so
radio.
What you're gonna need to do is, especially on the female aspect. So if that part of the system is gone, what are you gonna have to do? You're gonna have to make a better choice in a partner. Because you won't be able to take care of yourself. You won't be able to work them hours and take care of the kids. So you have to pick your partner better. You can't just get knocked up. Like then you'll be out there homeless with the baby and they ain't gonna give you nothing, or back living with somebody you don't want to live with. So
or making a dangerous choice by just doing, stepping outside the field trying to take care of these kids.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's kind of what I was getting at. You know what I mean? Like. I'm well aware that there are people who need welfare, and I know people who have used welfare as a great stepping stone, because they didn't get on it and stay on it for 20 years. They put their time in, and the whole time they went to school or whatever. So I'm saying, being that option is out there, is that hampering, like some young ladies' dreams when they just know, I'm getting tired of arguing with my mother, right? I don't get to do what I want. She won't let my boyfriend come over. I'm just going to get pregnant, go get my own spot. Like, is that hurting us? Is that helping us?
Yeah, I've seen that too. Cousins and everything. I've seen that.
Let me hear from Miss Janice here. Let's hear it from the lady on the panel. What do you think as a mother?
I think it's hurting us.
Okay.
I think it's definitely hurting us because we're definitely using that as a back door.
And that's what I'm concerned with, right? Because you got to be careful when someone's willing to give you something for free. You get what I'm saying? Like, what's it really doing to you? It may really stifle your creativity.
And I'm glad that you acknowledge that, because some women don't ever. They're like, no, but they gotta. It's like, It's stifling. It is. You can try to.
It seems like it could be if it's not used properly. You know what I mean?
But how many women are using it properly?
Well, yeah.
There is a small percentage who, from what I've seen,
it's been a minority who use it.
Yeah.
A lot that I know, they just stay on it forever.
Yeah,
just keep having babies.
Well, I love this pitch scar,
Oh, hey, bro, I do my 5400. You know what I mean? In the heartbeat.
Thank you.
You know, I do that in the heartbeat. But I'm just playing the devil's advocate here and trying to see, you know, has this hurt us? Has it helped us?
And it's tough.
Because I know it's helped many.
It's helped many, but
I think it's hurt many too.
For a lot of women, still, some of us can't use it as a stepping stone. Because even when we try, like the government just don't even let us.
Yeah, I know most of the people who can't use it as a stepping stone.
So
it's called men. But anyway, keep going.
But I think a lot more of the young women can be thriving more if it wasn't there for them to use.
Yeah, because when you go back to, you know, the earlier times, like, you know, our parents and stuff, you know, they didn't have that as an option. And that kind of helped to keep you in a certain frame of mind of making sure,
because
you know,
you couldn't act out
right,
the hell you where you want to.
Have this baby if you want. You know what I mean? You won't be out here struggling. You know, I'm Mel and you Alice.
Like with my mother instilled in us when we first came from Jersey and moved to Maryland. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of hard because we was all we had was the clothes on our backs and suitcases. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Moved into my aunt's house. We 6 deep in the room one time. You know what I'm saying? But we had the colorful food stamps back. What it was the coupon joints back.
The coupons, yeah.
Yeah, we had those back then. But my mother made a conscious decision. She said we was on probably about a good six months, maybe a year.
Right. Yeah.
Until she got her feet wet. She said, and never. We never went back. And I tell all these ladies, it's an excuse. My mother had 3 children and went to work every day.
Right. That's what's up.
And never complained.
My mother did the same thing. You know what I mean? And I remember being young. And my mother told me when we was kids, because she was poor, you know, didn't have nothing. She was like, you know, I got y'all clothes from Salvation Army. She said, so I want you the rest of your life, you know, you get a chance to donate to Salvation Army, you make sure you do that. Because they did help us out, you know, when your father wasn't around. Look, my mom would love that. That's right, baby, that's right. You know? Pop, shout out to my pops, though. Pops was good. He was good. But, yes, I just thought I'd pose that out there, you know what I mean, just to see, you know, how we feel about that. Since the show's about black excellence, is subsidized housing and welfare, is this black excellence?
Don't forget the child support.
Yeah, child support, is that black excellence?
Nope, that's just a way for them to control the woman. It really has nothing to do, it's just a way to stifle the man. It has nothing to do about again, there's no wealth in the community.
Right.
So he really can't pay her anything. So, I mean, it's just a fact there's no wealth in the community, because I hate when they argue, oh, I'm looking for a guy who got money. Like, who, Jay-Z? I'm talking about real wealth, but a good job maybe, but that's not really helping either.
True.
But
so let me give Natasha another shout out here with her comment, because she my peoples. What's up, Janelle? I'm going to read your comment, right? So she says, I'd like to focus on the men as well. Many fathers complain about the little child support they pay, but don't recognize how much children cost without government subsidies. Healthcare, daycare, food stamps, and housing. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, she's right. They're bad fathers.
Exactly. They're bad fathers.
That's it.
And
okay.
I've never had to pay child support, right? But of course, I've been surrounded by people who do. And I had homeboys, and you know, they would really have a fit over what the mother was doing with the money. And I used to try to tell them, you know, why do you concern yourself with that? You know, like whatever you've given her, that does not even come close to making up for being a full-time mother. But, you know, your child support check is not there to comfort that child at 2 in.the morning when they're sick.
I know where that comes from, but I'll let you got something.
Well, I want to indulge in this conversation.
Yeah, go for it, brother.
Miss Jackson, because we had this issue before, ma'am. The problem is what people fail to realize is that a mother's and a father's job starts with the first time they have intercourse. You made a conscious decision with this man to have this child, whether you were intoxicated, whatever. You still had a conscious decision afterwards to say either yay or nay. So when this child comes into play, no woman is going to give the man the child.
Right.
So therefore, a man said, "Well, look, you know, if it's so hard for you at 2 a.m. taking care of that child, I'll take it over."
Right. Okay.
But a woman is not going to do that, because all of a sudden that child's hers. So that responsibility is yours.
All right.
So now when I come to you and you say, "Well, you owe me $600 a month for what?"
Okay.
For your gas and electric bill,
for
your water bill, for your groceries, I'll come by with a bag full of groceries. I come by with his clothes, and I make sure when he's sick at 2 o'clock more, her, drop him off.
Drop him off. Okay, all right.
So what excuse do you have now?
Hey, Miss Jackson, that's your rebuttal.
That's my problem with women. Women are so tough. Well, when he gets sick or she gets sick, I gotta give a child medicine.
Okay.
I know how to take care of my child.
So it sounds like you saying the fathers who are willing to step up and take some of that responsibility.
Get a bell over there, brother. Give me the bell right there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Are not always being allowed to.
Absolutely not.
So this goes back to what Jason said about choosing the right partner.
And
definitely,
I think, and I know brothers are going to be mad when they hear this. Sometimes a lot of black men view their girl as similar to their mother.
Right.
Not so much, of course, obviously in that way, but in that unconditional love that they want.
Right.
But they don't really owe you that. They're your partner.
Right. Okay.
It's like kind of I think so. When that woman hurts them, the only way they can deal with it, they can't even deal with it. They're not emotionally developed, so they just gotta stay away from that shit.
Very true.
They just gotta stay away from it.
Yeah, I think Yogi had a valid point, and I think Natasha has a valid point as well. Of course she does. Because there are a lot of men who don't step up to the plate. So like I was saying, with friends that would deal with it, they used to always shun me, like, oh, you just feel that way because you ain't got to pay it.
No, you handle your business.
If I had to pay it, I would just pay it. But it's no way going to infringe on what I still want to do for my children. And I'm not going to stress myself out being concerned about what she's doing with the money. Like I said, I never been in it. But if I would have been in it, she could have took that money right in front of me and gave it to somebody else. It wouldn't have mattered to me. I take care of my children. You understand what I'm saying? And I know that money does not compare to her full-time parenting. You get what I mean?
And I do understand what Yogi is saying as well, but it's not many who do that.
Microphone.
There's not many men who does that.
True.
But
he's in the minority.
Very few.
We're putting in a
between.
box.
Right.
We're putting this box, and we're also being held. It's like I tell people all the time, right? In my situation, I don't like talking about my business or whatever. But when you
this the radio.
Yeah,
it's only millions.
I'm about to
of
get
people
real deep, y'all. So who's ever watching, look, you better be ready. As a man as a young child coming up with only a mother in the household, I'm gonna get what he said earlier about wanting a woman to be like your mother. It's not that you want her to be like your mother; it's a standard.
Okay.
Right? When you have a woman who takes on responsibility and doesn't cave and stands up for what she believes in, no matter what cost it is, why would you want the person you be with to have the same tenacity? Okay. And most of us who are in a household with a woman, we don't have the man figure to say, okay, this happens when things go wrong. A man stands up no matter how it is, he's strong in what he does.
Okay, hold that thought. Hold that thought, Jason. We're going to go to commercial break.
Deep today, y'all.
The Black Body Man Radio Show on Black Excellence is already popping off. Stay with us. It's going to be good. We'll be back after this break. Nice.
It's time for a flashback.
Now I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was
just a long line, But it's always something that you can
go ahead. Listen, can you recollect any signs that you might not get right?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the dirt. How they bust? Boy, show how they bust.
And they want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, and shake it off real quick. But you crying? F out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shade.
Oh shit.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Coach is gonna have my money today.
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is, 9/11.
Yo,
Listen,
our principal used to put, we talk in the cafeteria, he would put us on that wall, and he going down the line.
That, right?
I was at Lamell Middle School. I had a principal by the name Mr. Moore. He used to point at me in my forehead and smack the shit out of it. Anytime I did something wrong.
Yeah.
But it was discipline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. We don't got that now.
Listen, bro.
It's nowhere now. That's the
with my mother.
It's no
come through the school building.
Do that now, you go to jail.
My mother come through the school building, and you hear her from the front door. I don't give a fuck if y'all call 911. 411, 211, 311. I'ma whip his ass.
Right.
And I'm in the classroom acting like a clown, and I say, "Oh, somebody, mama finna whoop they ass, right?"
It is your wife for the whole time.
Look, she got that fucking corner, and I'm up on the board drawing dumb shit. She said, "What the fuck you doing?" I said, "Nothing." She said, "Come here. You wanna be a fucking class clown?" She said, "Pull your pants down." I looked at her like, "What?"
Whoa.
She said, "Don't worry about it." She snatched that fucking leather belt off so fat, man, she will wham my ass out.
Man, you the ringleader.
Oh, no. She said, "Look,
you want to be in circus?"
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Black by the Man radio show. I'm your host, Brother Mike, here with my co-host, the lovely Miss Janice, and also my man Jason G and Mr. Derrick Woodson.
I'm here today to talk.
Yeah, we got some of the team up in here today. You know, this is part of the BBD team. You know, y'all getting to see some of the team today. That's what's up. So we going over black excellence, and let's just go ahead and let me read the Urban Dictionary definition of black excellence. Now, what I found to be interesting is that I could only find this definition in the Urban Dictionary.
Not Webster.
No, Webster said there's no such thing. We don't believe in that at all.
Right. We don't believe in this word combination.
Yeah, we don't believe in this word combination, right?
Black to the front. And
Yeah, like black excellence. What is that? Never heard of it. So anyway, so the Urban Dictionary says black excellence is someone that is black and portrays great qualities and abilities that make the black community proud. So it's a pretty general definition, but I like it. I think it covers a lot of things. So, you know, this excellence is not just being based on your personal gains. You know, are your personal gains something that the black community can be proud of? So that's what the Urban Dictionary qualifies as the definition for black excellence. What do you guys think of when you hear the word black excellence? Like, what comes to mind? All right, that's not good. That's not good. It was a little too quiet.
There's 50 million things.
Yeah, just kind of, tell me what comes to your mind when you hear the word black excellence.
Our degrees.
Okay.
Our athletic abilities.
Okay.
Our art. Our history.
Any particular people that stand out in your mind?
Plenty. I could go with Gabby Douglas.
Okay, Gabby. I like that. I think Gabby's black excellence. You know,
the Williams sisters.
The Williams sisters. Okay. Michelle and Barack. I think Michelle and Barack are black excellence. Now, let me tell you why I say that. It's not the typical reasons that people would think. Okay, naturally, you can look at them, and he was the president. It's kind of hard not to say he's black excellence when he's the first president, right? But one of the things that I think makes Barack and Michelle black excellence is their behavior in the midst of a racist, hateful society that constantly came at them. You know how people say, "Don't come for me"? They came for them for 8 years.
Yeah, they came.
24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Well, they still coming.
Right, still coming, right? But they maintained their composure. They maintained their attitude,
their morals, ethics,
their class, their gracefulness. To me, that was black excellence, because that's a true challenge of black excellence when you have hateful, racist white people 24 hours a day trying to shun you, saying everything from Barack is gay to Michelle's really a man, she looks like a monkey. Like, it was disgusting. So, like, to me, that was black excellence, the way they kept themselves together. Because I can tell you firsthand, most of us wouldn't have. I know I wouldn't have. I'd have said something out of my mouth that wouldn't have been right as the president.
That is so true. That is so true with Obama and Michelle.
Yeah, so like, to me, that was black excellence, you know, to be able to deal with that. You know, like we all think we can handle something until we be in it.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
it's not cool. It's not cool if you in a room and 5 people are going against you. You get what I'm saying? Can you imagine having half a nation? You know what I mean? Going against you every time you appear, everything
Hundreds
you
of
doing.
millions.
Yeah, hundreds of millions
Yeah,
of people
yeah.
just trying to come at you. So I think they displayed black excellence. I think it was lovely.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. When you said it was about black excellence as far as like a people, I think more is the characteristics of a person.
Okay.
To show their their culture. You can be good at what you're doing. You know what I mean? But most of us, and I got to keep it real, most of when we have this status, we don't know how to uphold it. Just not too long ago, LeBron and Kevin Durant, I don't know if y'all seen that, where they made a statement about President Trump. And how they said it was, they took what they were trying to say and defamed it. Because Kevin Durant said, we don't have a good coach.
Right.
Over the United
I
States.
seen that.
You know what I'm saying? But instead of him, if he'd have said president, it'd have been in a better light. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But these individual men are black players in sports, and they're excellent in what they do. So at the end of the day, it's more characteristics and saying how to pronounce, like with Barack and Michelle, how they took all the beatings and the monkeys and all other stuff, whatever. You know, it's how you speak and how you carry yourself.
Okay.
Being black.
Yeah.
Being excellent.
Right. Okay. All right. Jason, any thoughts when you think of the word black excellent? You know, any particular people, behaviors, anything that come to mind?
I really just think about like, how I envision it. It's like engineers, doctors, all that, because you got Jay-Z and Puffy, but that's an abnormal situation.
Okay.
And then in reality, even though they changed their life, they still have done things. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I know they're doing good now, but I don't know if that's the kid should look at that situation's abnormal for you to make it out the streets and be that level of guy,
right?
And then still get away and still that's not the usual story. So I think black excellence should be based on educating and kind of make money other ways. But again, I'm not hating on. I love Jay-Z. I love
just giving you an opinion.
Yeah, just giving an opinion. So I think about it more in that sense. Because we try to be the same thing, but in reality, the excellence is when you're different and you can make your money doing other stuff too.
True.
So.
Okay. Well, when I think of black excellence, I think of black by demand, because black by demand is black excellence. Let me tell you why I say that. Not just because we the ones behind it, right? But because according to this Urban Dictionary, right? Someone that is black and portrays great qualities and abilities to make the black community proud. Okay, well, that's what we do with black by demand, right? Now, of course, it ruffles the feathers of some black people, but the excellence comes in because between myself and the team, we're not afraid to say some things that we know black people are going to be uncomfortable with. I'm willing to have black people look at me and say, he's racist, or I don't like his views, or whatever, when I know in the long run it's going to be good for you. So that's black excellence. I'm willing to take the hit for the people who will understand the reality of the things that we talk about. Okay. You get what I'm saying? That's black excellence.
Okay, bro, you something about, bro.
You know what I mean, right? That's black excellence. So black by demand is black excellence. So we'll be back after this commercial break, and then we're going to finish on this black excellence and get into it. But yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the right seat. That's safercar.gov/ the right seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Black Body Man Radio Show. I'm your host, Brother Mike. So we are talking about black excellence today. Okay, so before the break, I was saying that Black Body Man is black excellence. And I want to read a comment that somebody put here. This is Nubia E. Cal. And she says, Viola Davis, Jay-Z, and Black Body Man. Thank you, Nubia. Appreciate that, you know. I also think that my audience is black excellence, because this is an audience that's taking time out of a life filled with just entertainment, gossip, and slander, and actually hearing some information that may be of some value. At a minimum, the perspective of how we feel about certain issues. So I think that's black excellence as well. So thank you to my audience. Go ahead, Jason.
And I gotta say something about that. The culture really is celebrity culture. Like
it is. It's true.
These people ain't nothing than John up the street. It's the same person, but he just got known. So it's just even with these like Instagram celebrities, like the stuff that they just do is just retarded. So
what about all our strong black men that have to display superhuman powers every day?
True.
Because of all the obstacles
True.
that they are up against.
That's right, black excellence. Because that's a very valid point, because I think because we have so many, you know, like black men who are not maybe doing exactly what they should do, that we lose focus of the struggle that the black men who are doing what they're supposed to do face each and every day. Because it's so much easier not to worry about them and just say, oh, no, he's straight. He went to school. He got a good job, whatever, whatever. But he's still facing a struggle every day to hold that, to keep that.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So I think that's a good point. I think that is black excellence, when you can be in a society or a job or atmosphere that can be hostile, and you tend to navigate through it.
And maintain your composure.
Right? Chris Paul was saying, he was like, yo, we're actually human beings.
Right.
At the end of the day, my child gets sick. You know what I'm saying? I have to do certain things in my home. I actually have a life outside of basketball. You know what I mean? It made perfect sense. But in the light, you have to put on this persona saying, well, you know, my shoulders up high, even though something could have went wrong in your home. You got to deal with it.
Sure. So, look, I did find an article. This article is from Mail and Guardian. It's by Kiri Rupia. So this is what she says. She says, there's a belief among some black people that to eradicate racism, they have to work twice as hard, be smarter, be better, and act better. Only after they have given 150% through respectable blood, sweat, and tears will white people recognize that their blackness is not dangerous, uncouth, or an attack on white people. The caveat, however, is that once it is recognized, this black excellence is then supposed to be forever performative, with good manners and turning the other cheek in the face of any racist or bigot slight. This black excellence is not supposed to be emotional, as it pulls itself together to win after to win over overt and covert attempts to diminish or dismantle. It is aware that it is subject to arms and conditions, questioning and censor should it swagger or be aware of itself.
Yep.
Right? This black excellence ought to be grateful and humble. It cannot make bold statements of simply existing. In other words, it exists through the shuttered lens of white people's comfort. It is in reality an obstacle. Okay, so let me sum that up for the audience who might not have caught all that. What she's basically saying is, who determines black excellence? She's saying that we have black excellence, but it's based on the standards of the European society. Right? That's what she's saying. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, I definitely think it's true when she's like, to have black excellence, you have to be humble. You know, you're not allowed to be emotional. You're not allowed to react the way you want to react.
Didn't that ties what we did last week when I said we always have to be forgiving? And I said, you don't have to forgive shit.
Yes.
You don't have to forgive nothing. Because what happens is stuff will happen to us. Nobody forgives. But as soon as something happens, you know, like if they beat us, oh, I'm sorry. You know, maybe I shouldn't have. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like we're always in the forgiving mode. Someone kills your son. You got to forgive them. But nobody else does that.
Exactly. And that's exactly
that ties
what she's
into
saying.
it ties into it. Like even if you're great, you have to be like, you just have to play your role, sit there and be good.
Right.
You can't speak out. Lord knows if you try to help some other people.
Exactly.
So
with this black excellence, are we the ones who created the standards? Or were the standards of black excellence created by someone else? Is there someone else or another group of people who said, this is what black excellence looks like? So if you're not doing this, then you're not black excellence. Black excellence is humble. It doesn't have emotions. It knows how to react in all situations.
So the behaviors are, so not so much the feat of greatness or the act of whatever that thing you do is great, but they're only viewed as like black excellence if the behavior is correct towards the European standard of how black should act.
Right.
So you can't be great and then speak out and try to help your people. No, that's
not
you're
black
dangerous.
excellence.
That's not you're dangerous.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you help yourself, move to another community that's maybe gentrified or you know you're away from people, and then you're great within their society, and then you just stay there and keep your wealth and your knowledge there, you're fine. But the moment you try to branch out and give it to your community, then you're seen as what? You're seen as a threat. You're seen as
you're hostile.
You're hostile. You're rebellious.
You're racist.
Even if your tone is not aggressive.
Right.
So you don't have to have an aggressive tone or anything.
Right.
You just can't. You got to be great. Worry about you. Shine yourself, and you can't try to help anybody.
So according to like some of society's views on black excellence, you gotta hold back your blackness.
Absolutely.
Okay. What's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're telling me I could be excellent in what I've done, but wait a minute. Don't be too proud.
Right. Okay.
Don't show your kids in this video. This is you standing there with his $10,000 suit on. You know what I'm saying? And this big old watch on, not showing you being humble. Like, look, I did this.
Okay.
I'm proud of what I did.
Right.
You should be
so
proud.
we may not be the ones who's deciding black excellence, because a lot of views that we have on black excellence, I personally don't see as black excellence. Like LeBron, right? I think LeBron is black excellence, but it's not because he's the best basketball player in the world.
Not at all.
That's his talent. That benefits him. His family eating from that. The black community ain't eating from that, right? I think what makes LeBron black excellence is what he does with his money. LeBron builds schools and, you know, like he reaches back in the community. That's black excellence. To me, it's not black excellence just because you have a high-paying job. Who decided that was black excellence?
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Michael Jordan's not.
Right. Michael Jordan's not black
at all.
And if you look at even some of the black people who finished college, there are ones who struggle through and really get it done and really push.
Right.
But for the most part, even with college, it's like if you have the right conditions, even if you're smart or not, if the conditions are right, you can still just kind of get through it.
Sure.
You know,
and that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't think education and job makes you black excellence.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not from Baltimore, but I know that B. Gaddy did a lot in Baltimore, right?
Absolutely.
To me, that's black excellence.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? She was doing something to help black people out who needed help. I can't classify you as excellence just because you made it to the financial peak.
Right.
Because you can still be a horrible person as far as the black community.
Michael Jordan one more time.
And we need to stop. And we need to we need to stop. We need to stop hashtagging it. And what I mean by that is, like, if I want to go help, there's nothing that can stop me from releasing certain things and doing a coat drive and having a center. People will probably even let you use the center for free if it's for a coat drive. Like, action needs to be taken for stuff because everyone's hashtagging, oh, look what they're doing. But where's the action? Because stuff can only get done through action. Like, it's now, I see everyone talks about it. Even, oh, black excellence, we should do this and do that. But people need to start taking more action on a lot of stuff. With community-based stuff, helping people. Yeah.
And if I look at it like this, if I can take $100 out here right now, right? And I can get me a couple cases of water, and I can sit out here on a hot summer's day and pass these waters out. You know what I'm saying? Here's these actors and these basketball players, football players have millions of dollars. Right. And the media tell them we're still hungry.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't understand that.
And you're right, because money doesn't always fix the problem. Like people, like resources and access to information fixes problems. Because people, like, you can give someone that $100, but they might go buy the shoes with it. They might not use it for.
Have you ever give a person $1, and they're out there on the side, you give them $1? Do you get the genuine smile of that $1? To us, it's minimal.
Yeah.
But a genuine smile from that $1 can change a person's life. So therefore, if you have money to give to someone, to give a person who hasn't had a shower in a month, to give him a shower, he'll be forever grateful. So that's the problem. What people have to do is you have to give for them to receive it and understand the value of that shower, the value of that dollar, or the value of that sandwich. And then you can get them out of it. One heroin addict is at the bottom of the barrel. And you give them $10 for that dope. But you hug them in the process and whatever you do with this money is your choice. But I will hope you do better with this $10.
So it sounds like what you're saying is that black excellence can be based on a particular moment.
Absolutely.
Something you did at that particular moment. Okay, so I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in this, right? As far as black excellence, Ben Carson. Talk to me, cause I see both sides of this thing, right? But is Ben Carson someone we should consider black excellent? Now, before we answer, let me say this: we know his political views are a little twisted, right? But at the same time, he's also this world-renowned surgeon who performed heart surgery, and he's a black man. So where does he fall?
He falls in the
dumpster, y'all. In the dumpster.
And here's what happens. And here's what happens when you don't reach back on like a surface level of touching the people, because when you get to a certain height and you're around, and again, he's probably the only black one there.
Right.
So there's a certain comfort level. Oh, I made it. I'm feeling a little special and different. But if he was community based, I'm pretty sure his views would be different because he'd be out there with the people. So it's like a certain kind of realness you get with
his
that.
Background doesn't have that connection.
His background does have that connection.
Okay.
Because he was poor. His mother couldn't read.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's even worse because he's from the gutter. Yeah, so it's worse.
Tell it, brother.
It's worse. It's tense. It's his worse. He's basically what's on Dave Chappelle's skit? Bigsby, the first one, the blind racist. Yeah. That's who he is. He's the blind racist. He's that. Because he really can't see the fact that, because people are, he knows he's black. No, he doesn't.
So do we think, like, you could reach black excellence and lose it? You know, because, like, if you look at Ben Carson's history and becoming, world-renowned surgeon and all that,
talented.
That definitely appears to be black excellence, right?
You definitely could lose it because, I'm going to go back to what you said about Barack Obama. Shout out to Barack and his lovely wife.
Right.
That man never lost.
On President's Day. Shout out to my president on President's Day.
He never, now, mind you, what his stature is and who he became, the #1 black man in the world.
Brother.
The king. He never forgot a dance move. He never forgot a song.
And he wasn't scared to shoot a three.
At all. You understand?
He wasn't scared to shoot a three.
He valued his life. He valued his heritage.
In his community.
And Ben Carson, dumpster, y'all.
Dumpster?
He got to a point where he forgot who he was.
Yeah.
So
even when he was Puff.
So let me ask. So was Ben Carson black excellence, right, until he opened his mouth?
No, not at all.
No, it was miscommunication of information because he was this and we just didn't know who he was.
Right, so that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So he might have been labeled black excellence because we strictly looked at his
accolades,
his
accomplishments,
right?
Yeah.
But then when this dude opened his mouth, it was like, oh no.
Right.
he's not black excellence.
Yeah, but see, even what you said about Barack did the community organizations in the South Side of Chicago and actually touched the people.
Right.
See, Ben ain't touched no
Ben ain't
people.
did that, right.
He ain't done it because the title he's too, he has to stay away because he's a doctor.
Okay.
When really, if you trained anybody from, let's just say, a child to be a doctor, guess what they would be? A doctor.
Right.
So
to go to say about the using the drug deal as far as like the excellent how they change. But when you are a young man, we're like 10, 11, 12, we out there running around playing or whatever. You become a man. I will hope you evolve because me and this brother, man, we got about a good 25 years.
Yeah,
in.
we
He
go back.
is
We
not
go back.
the same man I met 25 years ago.
No, sir.
But
No,
he did
sir.
not lose where he came from.
No.
That's the difference. You evolve into something greater. You don't come and say, I'm a black man in the 60s, and now all of a sudden you didn't change your name to, that's not Benjamin no more. It's
Right.
Ben. Ben Carson. Not Benjamin, no. I'm not Benji from round the way no more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And what he did, it was always in him.
Right.
To be this ignorant black man.
Right.
To ridicule us as a people on national TV.
Right. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. He
And
might
that's
have
bothers
had
me.
black excellence based on his accolades. But I
Black
think
trash
once he
bag, y'all.
Gave his views. I think that might have lost it a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of blew me. But when you evolve into a man, I'm going to use him again. We got 25 years in, and we are not the same people we were.
Right.
We evolved into something greater, whether people like it or not.
Right. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to evolve into something greater. It's like you can't be racist and then evolve into a different race.
Right. Well, I definitely appreciate the comment, brother. You know what I mean?
No.
It means a lot coming from somebody who's been knowing you for a long time.
Yeah, man, you evolve into something greater.
I tried, brother. I definitely tried. So look,
everybody just can't handle the fame and money. It changes them.
True. So hold that note, the lovely Miss Janice. We're gonna take another commercial break. Black Body Man Radio Show, and then we're gonna put Miss Janice on Front Street with her comments.
All right.
We'll be back.
Just a Bit Outside Radio Show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, they're losing right now.
All right, let's do to negotiate successfully. What can we do to negotiate successfully? It says silence can be a huge asset when you're negotiating or bargaining with someone. Most people feel deeply uncomfortable with silence, and they will do anything to try to break it, even if that means giving grounds in a major way.
That goes right back into the, what was the other one, where you just sit there getting somebody to give you more information.
Right.
You just sit there and
that's along the same lines.
Yeah.
But I think that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Because there is going to be the period where that person's just looking back at you. Now you got to try to out Jedi mind trick them and then force them to break the uncomfortable silence.
That's what the Jedi.
The Jedi, right? That's what I always call it, right? And break that. What do you think, Miss Janice? You think you can...
Black by Demand Radio Show.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge.
Yeah,
You know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up, but
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirmed that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
White man ain't even flying the plane no more, brother. He put that shit on autopilot. All right, we back, everybody. Welcome back to Black Bottom Man Radio Show. Okay, so Miss Janice, at the close of the break, I think you was about to comment. Do you remember what you was going to say?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, you give somebody a little bit of power, and they just lose it. I mean, it's just the fear, I guess, of going back to where you came from. They don't want to remember where they came from or go back to where they came from.
Is that what's taken away from him being black excellence? What Ben in particular?
I mean, I had no comment on him being, black excellence.
All right, so I'll read. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'll read a little bit more of this article. So she continues. She says, "Black excellence can only be when we succeed in respectable ways, in ways that require us to split from the other parts of ourselves," which is what we was discussing, right? Wearing a suit and a tie and having nice things won't change much. She says, "I celebrate all ways of excellence, including the seemingly mundane. Working a regular 9-to-5 job, making rent, feeding yourself, that's also black excellence. Everything black people do is excellent because it's near superhuman feats to live in a world that profits from and necessitates our subjugation." Woo. That's some fire right there. Now see, so that's why I mentioned B. Gaddy. You know what I mean? Because I think when we think of black excellence, I think it's not us who created what we're thinking of, right? So we have to have our own view on what black excellence is. So I felt like B. Gaddy was an example of black excellence, somebody who actually cared about black people, as far as I could see. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's what she's getting at. And I believe that as a black person, like she said, if you work a regular 9-to-5 job, like you're in a hostile environment, and I'm not saying the hostility is coming from just the white people. It's coming from everybody. You get what I'm saying? The black people, the white people, the Asian people, the Mexican people. Work can be a hostile environment. But as a black person, you're always going to be the target. So if you're able to do that and just perform a 9-to-5 job, I mean, I think that could be ruled as black excellence because you are up against things that everybody else is not up against. I mean, y'all give me your thoughts on it. Everybody talk at one time.
Yeah, but in reality, in theory, what she was saying is nice. But again, I'll go back to my point.
Okay.
And really, the long run, the 9-to-5 may be good, but if you were a ball player, you're a rapper, you're a drug dealer, I'm going to have to say it again.
Getting them pills.
Yeah, because the reality is like we push a failed business model and agenda in the community. Like, you think about how good technology is now, right? How can you? So they even said on the BPD said on the news. What's in the Catherine Pugh? Who's the mayor now? Pugh, right?
Pugh, right?
Okay, when they do drug intel now, right? It took 2 weeks before to find out what the situation was coming. They can find it where everything's coming from. It's 36 hours now.
Oh, wow.
So what I'm just trying to say is we push like education and entrepreneurship needs to be pushed like that like again, drugs ain't going nowhere, but I don't really think black men need to really dwell in that trade because again, if you look at the Rockefeller brunch, right? Somebody got mad because they said, yeah, black excellence looks like a bunch of ex-drug dealers and just rappers. In reality, how many people are going to be a successful drug dealer or a successful rapper?
Right.
That's just all I'm saying. I'm not knocking. There's a lot of stuff I won't say here, but I know, I see it. I'm not hating. I'm not hating on them. Again, I love a lot of these dudes' music. It's not a situation where,
you just don't think it's defining black excellence.
I don't think it's defining the whole black excellence.
Right.
Because we can't really push that agenda. You can be a ball player again, crack rock or jump shot. It's just There's more to life than that.
Okay. But what you have to understand is, and this goes back to the design again. When there were black individual men who were upstanding, went to work every day, that was cool, but they created a fail-safe for that. Because when you have a man going to work for his family, all of a sudden you put crack in his neighborhood. You put alcohol on every corner.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
So therefore, once you strip the education out of it, which I'm rooting with education, but all we know, and he can speak for me, when we came outside, that's all we seen.
Yeah.
We seen the dude with the jump shot. We seen the dude pushing the crack rock. So therefore, how can I say I want to be a doctor? I've never seen a doctor coming out my neighborhood. Okay. I've never seen a school teacher come out my neighborhood. So therefore, when we see the crack rock or the jumper, you know what I'm saying? We emulate these things because I remember seeing dudes with the fresh velours on, the feline. I'm 40. I'm not. And I've seen all these things, so therefore, y'all want the same jacket he got.
Right.
But how you gonna get it?
And I'm telling you, I'm from the same environment. I'm not far removed from that at all. But
what I'm saying to you is this: is that we don't look at the ex-drug dealer as the game. We look at what he evolved from. So therefore, if I could step past that,
he was black excellence.
Yep. No. Okay. You're intelligent and you can gauge that. The kids can't gauge that. What you're doing, they can't gauge it. It's your generation and me who can gauge that. They can't gauge that.
So me being the ex, drug dealer, me being the ex-con, you know what I mean, who had to get hit over the head, and this man told me 1,000 times to get my life together.
Oh yeah.
But I told not to listen. Well, so it took me to get smacked over the head 100 times. So take Jay-Z and Puffy's story. Don't live their life. Run from it and gain the benefit of the business aspect.
I'm 100% with you.
I'm just saying in general. Yeah. Nowadays, most of these kids now, they're taking Jay-Z and they're moving him out and bringing in what's the little kid's name with the funny color hair?
Lil Uzi, Migos, and all them.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
They're bringing this bounce music in. Get rich, no education. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get this money, sell your soul. Even though Jay-Z was pushing pills, you know what I mean, and I rock Jay-Z 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, he's like one of my favorites.
No doubt.
I'll make this quick, like what Jeezy did. Jeezy basically got on his son for not going to school.
Right.
And they made a comment. How you gonna want your son to go to school but tell me that you getting bricks for 17.5?
That's my
I'm with you.
That's my
point. But what he's also saying is what it took me to get to 17.5, I almost lost my life, not yours.
Okay. So 1 minute left. So Jay-Z, is Jay-Z black excellence?
I salute him.
Okay. Black excellence, Jay-Z.
Yes.
Black excellence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I think he is too.
So it's not that. I'm just saying the drug dealer agenda at this point in 2018 needs to get out of here. That's it.
Yeah,
Again, it was dope when it was being done. Shout out to the people who cleaned up their money and all this. But technology, that shit's over. That shit is done. It's over.
Shout out to the people who cleaned up their money.
It's a free ticket to prison at this point.
Listen, shout out to Jason on that one, man.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I think Jay-Z, I think he displays black excellence because of what he did with his background and then the level that he's at now, right? But his background is not idealistic of what we want our kids to be doing,
It's his mental.
Yeah, it's his mental. I give him the excellence because of his business skills. That's why I give him the excellence at, because he's doing some really fantastic things.
Puff is a little shaky.
Right, yeah, but so I think Jay-Z makes black excellence. But look, let's take our commercial break. Stay tuned, Black Body Man Radio Show. We talking about black excellence. Feel free to comment. You can also call in 410-702-5657. Let's talk black excellence. We'll be back.
Black by Demand Radio Show.
So that's what this one deals with, right? So it says, wondering if someone attractive is checking you out or worrying that someone may be nosy about whatever you're doing. Simply check your watch and see what the person does. If they're actually watching you, they'll usually automatically look at their own watch as well.
Okay.
That's interesting. So they're saying their focus on you will be so high that they will mock what you're doing. Now, what I thought about when I read that was like when people yawn.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? Like one person to yawn,
is contagious.
yeah, it triggers other people. So I think that's what they're getting at with this, because they'll be so focused on you. So like as ladies, I'm sure y'all have been in situations where you got dudes in there, that you might think is checking you out. Maybe that's a technique you could apply.
Okay, maybe because maybe that one will work better then. Because sometimes you just turn around and just look and see. Of course, people turn their head real fast.
Right.
They just turn around real fast. But normally, if you don't want the person to know you were staring, I mean, somebody turn around, look at you or whatever you see them look, you can just say, "Hey, how you doing?" And then go on about your business. You don't have to turn away real quick because that's like the obvious sign of that.
So do you think it'll work?
I think so.
I'm definitely gonna try that.
I definitely think so.
Yeah, I mean, now it's a little. I'm a dude, so like I ain't got chicks checking me out the way women have men checking them out. So y'all probably get an opportunity to do it before I do, but I'm going to try that.
It's like I gotta watch and find out.
I do definitely think. I definitely believe if you check that watch, then that'll be funny because you might have 4 people checking their watch.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody looking.
Right.
Now that would be interesting because that would mean you had 4 people.
That would definitely.
That's a good day.
That's a good day, right? 4 people focused on you.
You don't got to do the thing to make yourself feel big because you already gonna be feeling yourself.
Yeah, you're already gonna be feeling it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
What does hustle hard mean to you? What does that signify in your life?
That's a lifestyle for me. You know what I mean? Like, true story, I was born into a family in a community.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
as you can see, the discussion has continued during the break. But I like what you're saying, Nate, because I think that points out that maybe, and I'm just throwing this out there, that maybe when we look at black excellence, maybe it's levels to it. You get what I'm saying? Sure. Where certain people can't be the echelon of black excellence, but you can make black excellence because you did turn your life around. But we got to consider that you still hurt the community before you help. But
I mean, I'm just saying, because I'm looking at like Monique now, and I'm looking at all these people who we've allowed and we've put up to this great standard, and the moment they slip up or they show us what we see as their true colors, then
we crucify them.
Right. True. Off to the side, and they're no longer excellence, and they're Bill Cosby's plethora of reach is no longer acceptable.
I don't like Bill Cosby.
And that's cool. That's cool. But we can't take away the work that they put in.
Sure.
It's like I can't take away that drug dealers flip. I can't take that.
I got to rock with Bill Cosby. Pardon me for this, y'all, but I would rather take a drug dealer's mental over Bill Cosby's all day. Okay. He never liked us as a people. He liked those in certain areas, those in certain places. Even though he put money in certain things or whatever, he would condemn us on national TV.
Is it? But y'all just said I can crucify you. I can call you out wherever the platform is, and I'm not defending what he allegedly did. All I'm defending is his legacy.
I don't let the rape thing scratch that. I don't even care nothing about it. They try to.
Well, no, I'm sticking.
Yeah,
to the
what
point
he did when heard him was when he tried to buy that station, and he had that money to take over, and they said, "No, we're gonna chop you back down to nigga status."
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They let him know, and that's what really hurt him, because when he got to a certain status quo, he was saying that I'm gonna do this and do that. I don't like the ignorant black people, but I'm gonna go to this neighborhood where it's a nice neighborhood and fix this neighborhood instead of going back to the inner city hoods, which he did in the beginning. When he started getting that money up, the movies he played in, he was Bill back then, and also he started seeing the trend change.
But if you go back to his neighborhood in Philly, they'll say the exact opposite. Every person that came out of the hood, the Jill Scott, so on and so forth, they'll say the exact opposite, because you didn't see it. Don't mean it didn't exist.
No, I'm not saying that. Like I said in the beginning, like when he was first coming out and getting his little money, started going into their places, doing certain things, it was cool. But all of a sudden, he started going this way. Okay. Further and further away.
So are we actually? So do we see black excellence as being someone who can make it within white society and make it up to a certain level? But yet I got you. Hold tight though. But then we also see black excellence in people who do things that are more goal-driven towards helping the community.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So we looking at two levels of black excellence. You know, we looking at like, okay, Nate is black excellence because he made it up to being a partner in, you know, the law firm. That can be a form of black excellence, right? Because we know that wasn't an easy path. But at the same time, maybe Nate's not doing nothing for the community. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you got somebody else, he doesn't make the money Nate does, but like this dude is always out helping the homeless, so forth and so on. So do we have different kinds of black excellence is what I'm asking.
I got a dude, I'm going to shoot him out on here. Rick Fontaine.
Yes, I just talked to Rick.
Rick's out here in the city right now. I grew up with Rick. Rick's a good dude, and he does everything.
Yeah.
He's not the person who gets out there and just says, I'm going to do this. He's out in the streets. He's out there cleaning neighborhoods out. He's in the offices making sure we are heard as a people. And this is black excellence.
Right.
And even though it doesn't matter,
I think that's black excellence.
Where his background
Shout out to Rick.
Where his background came from, because most of us, and I gotta keep it 100, but most of us that came out of these neighborhoods, man, that's all we knew. And I have a wicked jump shot.
Right. So let's examine some of these positions. So what about college graduates? Are college graduates black excellence? Do we see college grads as black excellence? Anybody?
No.
Okay, Miss Janice.
And Nate's looking confused, but I'm gonna say it.
That's all right. I say, far as, and I'm always gonna stick with the design for us to fail. I'm gonna say yes, because most of us coming in the inner city neighborhoods, even in the counties, the system is meant for us to fail. So when you got an opportunity to graduate high school, just graduate. Most of us never even graduated. I got my GED in 2006. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then to graduate college.
That was black excellence for you. Okay,
Jason. I got my GED in 2002. Okay. But that's, we're going to go in another story about that. Because even how people view me is wild funny. I'm not going to change your thoughts about me, but it's crazy.
Okay.
But, so, okay, you graduate college. You move out to Denver, Colorado. You make your money at whatever beer company. Your area is predominantly white. Oh, your taxes go there. Every time you see a black person, oh, look at that right there. I'm getting away. You just graduated college.
Okay.
Is that black excellence? You're not doing anything for anybody.
Okay.
You're not participating. Because it's a system, but its education system is designed to make money. Because you can stick through it and graduate doesn't necessarily mean it. It doesn't necessarily mean you've done anything excellent for black people.
Okay.
It just doesn't. Because white people graduate college too. So now, what about white excellence? But that's not a term, is it, though?
No.
Okay.
No. I want to say the reason why is, and think about society and its black excellence, because if I can show my younger brother that I can do it, so can he. But it sets a trend.
So
it sets a trend of saying, because in the beginning, when we came across that boat, we couldn't say the letter I or the letter A. Or be able to read a quote out of a book.
Because it wasn't our language.
It wasn't our language. True enough.
That's valid.
That's true enough. So therefore, it wasn't our language. So we are allowed. So again, that's why I say the mental and knowledge is the best. Knowledge is the food of action, y'all.
But again, if we want to be technical, we're being taught European knowledge. But anyway, so okay, you graduate and. So you're $60,000 in debt, right? You're still working to pay the bills, and that's great as far as to maintain. You're not doing anything bad if you can maintain that. That's not necessarily a bad. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I don't think you're necessarily black excellence is tied into helping your community with me.
Definitely
at the end of the day,
according to
because
Urban
not all
Dictionary.
black people are on your team.
I'm with that.
So the reality is so they're black excellence.
Right. Okay.
It just doesn't really. White men, I'll say it like I said before, control 99% of the nation's wealth. Most of them don't even have an education.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So college grads, excellence was yes for you?
I'm a little undecided right now.
Okay, undecided. College grads, black excellence, Mr. Janice.
Right, a little undecided right now.
Okay, I have a homegirl who works in Iowa. She graduated. She has a bachelor's degree in whatever art. She found out the white guy with the high school diploma who does the bachelor's with the who does the same job with a certificate was getting like $10 more than her.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
So
like
you're a no. Strong no, right?
But it doesn't mean. I mean, I have a associate's degree. I'm not against education at all.
No, that's not what we said.
But it doesn't really define anything because I've met black people who you meet them and you like, we not on the same team.
Oh, right. Okay.
But we're also just talking about. We're basically talking about as far as like I said again, education. Even though, and you are absolutely right about as far as the European teachings. But end of the day is when you're capable of being able to read, and therefore it's your goal to surpass what they're teaching you. You don't stop at that one library and get this one book and say it's over.
All right.
But do you have to learn how to read to be in their? It's like, so if you're in somebody's system, they're controlling even how much you think you're learning how to read. It's
very true.
They're controlling everything.
See, Jason's deep.
I'm rocking.
But again. I also grew up in the system. I'm not against, education, but just because you get a degree doesn't. I know people, and I can't even say because they're going to know I'm talking about them if they listen to this shit, and I don't really want the issue right now. But they have these advanced degrees, and then you start talking to them.
Here, right?
Like, they don't even have half the knowledge as Mike. Mike don't have a PhD or a master's or anything, and they can't, and he's independent. He's not dependent. So it's like, entrepreneurship, which is a different show, needs to be taught at the end of the day. Because depending on somebody's system, you're still that's a different conversation, but it's still the same thing. So I'm gonna go with a straight up no.
Okay.
If you're not on a team, you're not black excellence.
College grads, black excellence, undecided.
What I'm saying is that he made a point about the drug dealer aspect. And most of the drug dealers don't go to school.
Right.
But most of the drug dealers, coming up, the drug dealer who's out there on the corner, he would tell you, look, man, I don't want you doing like they would tell you. The first thing they would tell you to do is do what? Go to school.
I can't tell them secrets, Yogi.
I'm not so much against like the dudes in the 80s and not like when it first kind of came in, it was like people were kind of ignorant to it and they're making money. But I'm talking about now in 2018. At the end of the day, because you got movies, you got videos, you got documentaries. Everyone knows somebody who's been to jail. I got siblings of mine who've been to jail for that.
So what do you tell the child now as far as to elevate their mind? Do you tell them to say, okay, being a college graduate is not good enough anymore? What do you tell the child? Like, I have a 4-year-old son, and I'm speaking education in his mind, but when the bell hits him to come home, he has a book waiting in my home to be read. I'm not going to just give him.
So a child. So when we get to the point of a child, so that's a different. A child being educated in black excellence is a thing. So now, with his education, and you teach him to give back to his community, he's already black excellence before he even steps out there. So he should still go he should still go to school. He should still do all of that. But how is his whole community gonna benefit? Because if me and you are fighting, me and him are fighting. It's still no good.
I can give you one simple gesture of black excellence. Is to walk out my front door and stand with my son with his book bag on his back and put him on his bus. That's the first thing of black excellence, because I'm showing that father and stand next to his son and say, this is what you're going to do, because I'm going to be on your heels every single day to make you a better man, a better individual than me.
Okay.
And show you that knowledge is, like I say again, knowledge is food action, y'all.
All right, well, let's pause right there. So you undecided on college grads. College grads being black excellence.
I mean, I'm just saying education, period.
Is important.
Do you think college grads are black excellence? Am I the Twilight Zone there?
Yes, I did.
Jason's a no.
A no, because just because you're black and you get a degree doesn't mean that you are benefiting the community. I just don't.
I understand what Jason is saying. I understand.
But we're talking about in the terms so you're asking me, is education needed? Yes, but because you have education, does that make you black excellence? No.
Well, let me chime in. Let me go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let
Brother Mike bring a little something to the table. Okay. College grads. I agree with Jason. I don't think a college grad is black excellence. What I do think is that you're on the path to black excellence. I think this is the beginning.
I can see that.
You understand me? Right? I think you're on the path to black excellence, but I think that is going to be decided when you start working, how you conduct yourself at work. And of course, if you do anything, if you make, certain amount of money, you do anything to go back and, help the community or somehow represent. Like, I know at work, hopefully that college grad is going to represent Black excellence while they're at work because they're in the midst of a hostile environment. But the problem that I have with saying that a college grad is Black excellence is that as Black people, see, we don't have a plan for college graduates. So what I'm saying is it's a lot of things put on college, which is great, right? Mm-hmm. But all of that ends the day they walk off the stage and get their degree. Nobody else has any plan for them to do anything from that point forward. Okay, and that's not the same in other races. They got plans for their graduates. Yep. For us, it's just all about going to school and graduating. And then after that, that kid is kind of on their own again, figuring out what they want to do because we don't have a plan from graduation forward. So I think in order for them to be Black excellence, there has to be a plan in place on what we do with our graduates other than just saying, well, you got the degree, go get a job.
Here's what it's like, right? Say, all right, you have like your racists who are just flat out racist that would just tell you anything, right? Mm-hmm. And then what do we talk about? And this woman on NPR said this, right? You have the other white person, right, mm-hmm. who doesn't say anything. They're not doing anything particularly racist, right? But they're going to keep their mouth shut. Why? Because you're affecting their white privilege. Mm-hmm. It's kind of in that same vein, like, right. Okay, I got this, I got mine, I'm above you, whatever. Right. But like, oh, I kind of got to work for this white company, mm-hmm. so your hands are still tied. That's why I said it doesn't make like it's a catch-22. Again, do I believe in education? Yes. But does I think because you're a Black person who graduates college, right, doesn't mean you're necessarily benefiting the community?
I don't think it makes you Black excellence. I think it makes you someone who made excellent
decisions, right? And you can take care of yourself, most likely.
And now you may have the mentality to go on to be Black excellence. You know what I mean? Because mm-hmm. of your education and your job and so forth and so on. But I think it's just the beginning. I think you had to do away. Yeah. So that's my take on it.
Y'all remember that commercial, the McDonald's commercial back in the day when he said, "I want to be like Calvin." That's all they gave us was McDonald's.
That's right.
They never said, let's be Calvin going to college. I want to be just like Calvin. Right. You know what I mean? When he get from fries, man, he going to burgers. You feel what I'm saying?
Nate, we got about 1 minute. You want to chime in on this?
I'm all over the place. I'm not a person, being a college graduate, I'm not going to say no to it. Sure. What I would say is, there was the last 10 years, there was a push to get your college degree so you can get a good job. Those jobs aren't available anymore because they all have been taken over by androids and mm-hmm. computers and so mm-hmm. on and so forth. So the importance of a random college degree is out of the gate. And I think the push should be majoring in what you want to be and focusing on that. And that doesn't always mean a 4-year university. It could be an associate's degree. Yeah. It could be
a certificate.
Going to test because mm-hmm. you want to own your own fleet of trucks. Mm-hmm. But just telling somebody that going to college isn't what it is, because maybe I can't live off of, this person right here can't live off a associate's degree. Mm-hmm. This person right here can't live off working their way up the ladder. Mm-hmm. This person may need to go to work at McDonald's because they got other responsibilities, but McDonald's offers college reimbursement up front. Yeah. They put you in a place where you can work yourself up to a manager, be able to pay your bills and take care of your given circumstances like children, your elderly parent, or your sick uncle or whoever that may be. So every lane isn't for everybody. I'll agree to that. But just to cut off that, the millennials feel like it's not important for them to get any education, and I can click on YouTube and get all the information I need.
But 20 seconds. But I'm not against education. Mm-hmm. The question was specifically, does a college degree make you Black excellence? And the answer to that, I believe, is no. I got education, so obviously I'm not against it.
What Black excellence is, and that's dangerous in a world where we have the power. We might not have the dollars backing our power, but we have ultimate power. I mean, if we collectively get together, then that's possible. But if we keep separating, because you got a college degree, I'm going to sit you over here, or because you're this person, I'm going to sit you over here, or because you took your Nike money and then went and bought a $1 billion mansion instead of feeding 1 billion people, then you're not Black excellence. So we can't pick and choose what is Black excellence based off what we personally feel. All right.
We're going to cut it right there, Nate. We got to go to break. We'll be back by the Man Radio Show. As you can see, this has been an exciting show. I love this ish. Stay tuned.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Is what it is. Radio show.
All right, listen. All right, say situation. Cause I keep telling y'all, it's different situations in the child support thing. You can't just pinpoint one thing. You can't just say, "Oh, here did be. That's why you're on child support. Oh, he this. That's why you're on child support. Oh, she this. That's why she on child support." No, sometimes it could just go off of, "Oh, I just called him and asked him, can he pay for the pictures? He ain't want to pay for the pictures. I'm taking his ass downtown." Yup.
Well, you got to know. Know who you dating.
Hold up.
You just like
I just called her. I just called her and asked could she just get Junior some shoes. She couldn't even get him no church shoes. I'm taking her ass downtown. Now, when you go downtown, you go down there, you get $500. Right. Now you mad because you getting $500, and now you really ain't getting no shoes for Junior or Lord CC because you getting $500 now. Right.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, if you're a good father or a good mother, and you paying child support, right? You still gonna go ahead and do all that because
hold up.
It's just what it is.
Hold on, and that's another situation.
Right.
But you know what that creates? Now when we at the party, mommy and daddy ain't even down there speaking to each other. Cause daddy done paid for the party, and he done came out of pocket this month with $600.
But right, that's your child.
Be mad.
Listen. He shouldn't be mad, but he also has another child with his wife.
That's on him. Okay, go ahead.
He got another child with his wife.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Not for me. They didn't hear that. That's not what I said. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's not what I said.
It's a good show. The thing is that what I agree with him on as well, but I agree with Jason. Jason made a valid point, and he clarified himself several times over. He said it's not that I don't agree with education. He said as far as black excellence, no.
Right. Yeah, you asked me
very,
if
very
the
clear.
question is, and I can't. If you're not a listener, then I can't help you. That's your problem. You don't listen. Does getting a degree make you automatically black excellence? My opinion is no, because I've met black people with degrees that want nothing to do with black people. In theory, they're black excellence. To me, they hate me and they're darker or the same color as me. So how am I viewing you as black excellence when really I'm here trying to get my voice out and help? So
part of the biggest issue with black excellence is that we don't have clear-cut definitions.
That's exactly what I was going to go to.
Like I said, it's kind of like levels to it.
Levels to it, yeah.
Well, it can't be a direct definition because we're all different.
Right, there's so many diverse things involved with it, right?
The most important thing about the word black excellence is how, as a people, you show off. Y'all use the word glow, right? And what you do for black people. Because you can have all the money in the world and hold it on tight as you can. Right. But when you give from for your people, showing your people who you are as a person, that gives you that excellent, you know what I mean, being black. But as far as like the education, I got to go back to it. What I said before, and I'm going to stand on it. I said when a black man, we just talking before on the break. Very good point he did on the break about what we're talking about Michael Jordan. He said he was building schools in Chicago, and I said he's building prisons as well. And me and Jason said if you coming out of now he's 11 years old, strapping right now, 12 years old, big guns. Right. You're leaving elementary school, going to middle school, and he's putting his school in your neighborhood, but he also built a prison around the corner. I'm just saying, as a black man, where are you gonna go without education, without knowledge of self, and what you're gonna do to escape this? Because first of all, you got a liquor store right here, the dope strip here, the crack house over here, and the whole house over here. You know what I'm saying? Right on the corner from the school. Then the prison right here. Right. What do?
So we agree. It's kind of different definitions.
It definitely
depends
is.
on what type of black excellence you're actually judging it from.
But I gotta
right?
go with the no with Jason. I'm on Jason's side on the no because it doesn't make you excellent because you got a college. It makes you excellent what you do. Like you said,
I think you made an excellent choice.
Again, I'm all for education. You should go to college.
Right.
But the question again is, does it make you black excellence?
Right. No, not yet. Not yet.
It's not a guaranteed way into black excellence.
Yeah, I think you're on the right path.
So again,
you've become eligible to start, displaying black.
But I'm
excellence,
still.
right?
But I got 2.5, 3 semesters before I finish my bachelor's. I'm still going to finish my bachelor's.
Right. Where you get your AA from?
I'm from BCCC.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what's up.
I
got mine from Harvard. Whoop,
Mm-hmm.
whoop.
My point wasn't like I don't feel, and I've been in these conversations before. My co-host, she feels like we shouldn't have to do these things, and but she's more representing millennials right now, and they feel like I could just make it my own way. Everybody can't do that.
Everybody definitely cannot do that.
Because you have to be able to read in order
Right.
to be
Yeah.
an independent entrepreneur. You have to be able to count and be an accountant in order to do those things. And I just feel like everybody isn't equipped. I went to Catholic schools and then had to do my senior year at Walbrook, and I felt like the smartest person in the world.
You probably was.
I just had more resources. I had so many classes from the school that I went to that I had to sit in the principal's office and help Dr. Buntley out with papers because I had so many credits. And I say that only because I just saw the difference.
Right.
And a lot of these school systems aren't equipping your child to be an entrepreneur.
True.
They're equipping them to go to tests and drive somebody else's truck, not own their own fleet. And then at some point, we're all at a certain age where we've just learned things. And we know what it is. So I can drive your truck and then eventually own my own. Children don't know that.
I'll even go back. So even if you got lucky enough to get through even being a hustler, right? So most of them, what will you do? You go buy a watch, you buy a chain, you go buy a bottle at the little bar, which is spot. So they're not even investing in money. Even $15,000, they can go flip a house and get $30,000 back.
Sure.
By getting a whatever type loan. But I'm not going to go into all that right now. But my whole point is that even if they make the money, it's
not black excellence.
It's still not black excellence.
Yeah, it seems like it's definitely got to be some different definitions, like black excellence as far as community involvement. Yeah. Black excellence is business, right? Black excellence business.
The Jay-Z's and such and such. They need to do your music, but do more interviews. I've learned about Jay-Z, more about Jay-Z in these last.
These interviews he's done.
They got to tell them because they were rapping about the Cartier watches and the black label suits.
True.
But they didn't tell them how they got to that point. They didn't tell them what they needed to maintain that.
Right.
But they need to tell more about the journey and not the beginning.
In the end.
And you know what, Nate? That's a valid point because when I look at what you just said about the schools are not preparing them, right? Being that they are so into listening to hip hop, they could be receiving some of that education through listening to Jay-Z say, "This is what you do." Right. That's why they. Yeah. Right.
Most of us looked at them. We wasn't even paying attention to what Jay-Z was saying because all we do is bob in the head. Remember, he was talking about CBS to I Watch You. None of y'all paid attention to that, did you?
Right. Yeah. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I already know about that.
So my point is that you got to decipher what he's talking. I mean, like Capone and Noriega was talking about, they had their dad in the background. They had all types of stuff in there. All we just bobbing our heads, not knowing what we're saying.
Right.
They were educating us. They're like, see, I'm from the 80s era.
Right.
You know, KRS-One, all the BDP and Public Enemy. They were talking about what's happening now back then.
But it was still a variation. It was still rappers that wasn't talking about that. So you had more variety.
It wasn't that many gangster raps back when I first started listening to rap.
Well, we got to wrap it up, everyone. I think we may have to revisit this show. This is going to have to be a part 2 to this show because this was such an intense conversation, and I'm very grateful for it. So thank you to the audience for tuning in and listening to us discuss black excellence. I want to thank my co-host, the lovely Miss Janice, my man Jason G, and of course Derrick Woodson. And I want to thank my man Nate for blessing us with his appearance today. Nate's my radio mentor. Appreciate you, little brother. You know what I mean? Sitting in, you know? So this is the Black by the Man radio show, and we'll do a part 2 to black excellence so we can keep this discussion going. So again, thank you for tuning in to the Black by the Man radio show only at the award-winning Be Exposed Radio. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. You already know it's the black side. Peace. Nice.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.